What's up guys, it's Darius, and today I have another Final Fantasy 15 video for you, and this is going to be a discussion now about Final Fantasy 15. Now this game has been actually been going through a bit of controversy when it comes to really the cast, and I really want to talk about it. So really what this controversy has really been just going over is that they want to talk about how the main cast is primarily a male cast, and people are having problems with this just because they don't really see why the whole cast has to be male and have no female in it. And one reason people are upset about it is because they feel like this actually may be sexist and also racist, because the whole cast entirely seems to be of white race. And I'm just gonna say right now, personally, I don't agree. And a lot of others actually don't agree with this, and they don't really see a problem with this cast anyway. But before I get into my full opinion, I'll read you exactly what Tabata, the director of the game right now, had to say, and what exactly people are getting upset over. And speaking honestly, just really, he's gonna talk about everything. So what Tabata had to say was, quote, "Speaking honestly, an all-male party feels almost more approachable for players, even though the presence of one female in the group will change their behavior so that they'll act differently. So to give the most natural feeling, to make them feel sincere and honest, having them all in the same gender made sense in a way." He went on to say that the entire FFX journey will keep the boys will be boys vibe throughout. It was the story we wanted to tell and what we wanted to show players. He adds, the world might be ready to see the curtain lifted on that on what boys do when girls aren't around and when they come out of the tent all prim and proper. That's the idea behind it, and we think male or female player that everyone will feel a certain connection and bond with the four characters. Now I just want to go over what people are exactly upset over, and what they're exactly upset over is what he said about how the cast is all guys, and because it's all guys, it'll be more approachable, and adding one woman might actually make them act differently. Obviously people think this is a point of view that's really seen in all genders. Excuse me, it's really seen in all forms of entertainment, and we can't deny that in certain forms of entertainment we have seen, more so than not, a lot of media that shows a group of guys being together and just having a good time. And when maybe in some of those medias we've seen a girl added to the equation, something different might happen, or they act different, or something wrong happens. But me personally, how I read that and what I think of it is, what he really meant by that was, because it's such a norm in media today, we relate to it more. Because we see it so often, we're already kind of, I guess you could say, warmed up to the idea or the notion of seeing a group of guys just together, having a good time or whatever, doing what they do together. And that's because we see it across all media. He's not saying that, for me personally, I think he's not saying that this is the best and the only way you can go about having a group of people in a game, and that's the only way you can a game will be most enjoyed or connected with, or any type of media will be connected with and enjoyed, is if you have one group of people that's all male. And another thing is that when him saying adding one female would I guess you could say, in summary, mess up the feel of it, I guess I don't agree with that either, with people reading it that way either. The way I read it was, I guess you could say groups with female and everything is cool. Like if you have a group of males with one female, that's obviously cool. We have that in real life, and people and we've seen that actually in media before. But what you guys have to understand is that the theme of this game specifically is, like he said, it's boys will be boys. And what he wanted this game to be was telling a story about a group of guys who grew up together. And to get that full experience of that theme, they felt as though they needed the core group to just be males and not really have a woman or a female character in it. Now, don't get me wrong, I have best friends, and obviously we all might have best friends that are girls, and we talk to them. Some of us might talk to them to the same as we do our male friends to a point, but for me personally, there are differences in how I interact with my female friends and how I talk with my female friends compared to my male friends. Not because that's what really society suggests or wants, it's just because and with me personally, my female friends do enjoy different things, and they do act a certain different way compared to my guy friends. And whether it be comfortability with stuff I do or just stuff I say, there are some differences. So when he's saying that, I kind of get it, because I don't know if you guys agree with me with what I just said, but I feel like if they really did add another female to the cast, it would really be a little different. And like, I kind of got a sense of that when in the episode Dusk Eye demo, they go to see Cindy, excuse me. They do act a little bit different around her than they did with, you know, when they were just by themselves. And whether or not that was warranted or they should have did that, they did do that. And to be honest, when a woman comes up to me and my guy friends, or we're around a woman or whatever, we do act a little bit more proper, or we try to present ourselves a little better. And that's just going to show that even though you may not agree with it, it does happen. And I just want to also say that there's a reason why they're all male too. Honestly, if you added a male, it would feel, I think if Square Enix did add a female character, excuse me, just to I guess you could say please the smaller amount of people who have a problem with this, it would kind of feel ingenuine to me and to the fans and to the story. And here's why: because I would honestly rather them have added a female character to this game, because they really felt like it would help with the feel of the game and the story, than rather them just put it in just to please somebody and to shut people up. And honestly, I think that would jeopardize the overall credibility of the game and the story and just the feel of it. Like I said, I would rather them you know, add it in because they really felt like they needed to add it in. It would make the story better, rather than to just please the smaller amount of people who are throwing shade excuse me, at the game for what it does. And I want to just get my main point out of this from my side of it. For me, ultimately, when I played the demo for the first time, the first thing I and many of the people who played this was that we didn't automatically think, wow, these genders, why is this all male cast gender? Now, a lot of people did notice that people kind of joking that in the demo we saw Cindy, who was like, wow, there's actually girls in this game. But obviously that wasn't just because we felt offended that they were all guys. It's just that all we've seen up to that point was guys. But when I first played this game, I wasn't taken back by that it was only males. I think a lot of the things that was more important to me and a lot of the fans who played this game was, you know, how the gameplay was and how the graphics were, or how the presentation was, or how big the world was. There was just a whole bunch more to this game and this demo to really be looking at than really just the genders. And what my point is that at the end of the day, whether you like that they're all male or not, I don't know if you guys remember, but there are obviously females in this game, and the main antagonist actually is a female. What's her name? Stella. And plenty other characters haven't been properly introduced, but there are plenty other characters who are female. But anyways, what matters most is that at the end of the day, if you played this game and enjoyed it, then you're good. For me anyways. If you're one of the few who honestly are off put by the fact that the core cast of the game is all male, then I understand that, and that's you, and no one should really criticize you for your opinion and how you feel about it. But really, the ones who played it got the sense of direction and the theme that Square Enix wanted, and it went with it. Everyone went with it and enjoy it so far, and it's not stopping anyone. And for me personally, it's not really stopping me from enjoying the game too, because I'm just playing it and having fun. For me, I really think, like me personally or other people, I think we should really just respect the devs and their vision, just like we do with every other game. Even the countless games that might have even more serious acts of you know, something we might be concerned about, like shooting people or for fun or reckless driving. Not to say that those acts in games actually affect the world, but if you do think about it, those are better candidates to have problems with than Final Fantasy 15 in its core cast being all men. I think we really should just let the devs do what they want to do and see how it goes. And so far it seems to be going well, even proving people from the beginning who have been skeptical about the game wrong, that they really seem to be enjoying this game, and they're not really focusing on, again, the all-male core group of people in this game. They're focusing on the gameplay, which is arguably probably the most important thing about games in general. And me, I just wanted to say one more thing. I just like, ultimately, I just wish social and political problems that we see in the real world would just leave gaming altogether. I'm just really tired of seeing like real world problems being argued among gamers today in games, and because to me, gaming is a place for me and many others to escape the real world and escape problems for just a second and just enjoy another life or a world or overall experience in this reality that we're not really a part of, but we still get the same feelings of as if we were really in that world. And so far, XV has done all of that for me, and for me, that's really what's most important, is that at the end of the day, when I play this game again, I'm not worried about the all-male cast. I'm sitting down and I'm really enjoying this game for what it is and what it's presenting to me. So let me know what you guys think of this. Do you does the core cast of this game being all you know, male gender really bother you? And if so, explain to me why below. I've obviously seen other people's reasons why, and I explained why before, but I also noticed that a lot of people have different reasons behind why it bothers them, and there's a lot of people, like I said before, who aren't bothered by this, and they bring up the fact that Final Fantasy X-2 had an all-female cast, and when people sat down and played that game, the first thing that crossed their mind wasn't, oh, why is this cast all-female centric? Why is there no males in it? There was really, when you think about it, not a lot of male characters in that game, to be honest. But like I said, when people sat down and played that game, that wasn't the first thing that crossed their mind, and they just enjoyed the game. So a lot of people who don't agree with this whole controversial thing, or even think this is a controversy, is why is this different now? And also, we've known that this cast has been male gender for the longest time, for almost 10 years now. So why all of a sudden is it a problem? So yeah, whatever side you're on with this, please let me know. I'm very interested to see what you guys think about this. If you watched throughout this whole video, just thank you for watching. If you already subscribed, thank you for being a supporter of me. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe for more content about Final Fantasy 15 and Kingdom Hearts 3 as more news and information comes out for it. Please like this video. Please share it everywhere. Share it in all medias. If you think there are more people on, say, Facebook or Tumblr or Twitter who have an opinion about this, please share it, just so we can really talk about this if we really feel like we need to really just get it out the way. Or if you don't feel like we need to talk about this at all and it's just something that you feel just needs to blow over or whatever, I'm just happy you guys clicked on this video to watch. So again, please subscribe if you haven't. Please like, share, favorite, all that good stuff, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you.